Come on.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 7 of the LLC podcast for the lifted, the lowered, and the confused. Today, we're going to talk about nostalgia, right? The nostalgia of magazines. Who remembers magazines? Man, those were awesome.
It was a rhetorical question, Harold.
That's true.
True. So we're doing a true-false quiz.
I gotta say, man, I had subscriptions to Lowrider magazine, man, and I look forward every month to getting that magazine, and now it's gone.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And,
What other magazines were out there? It's gone
Mini
now.
Trucking.
Mini Trucking.
Mini Trucking was my jam, and Lowrider were my two.
What about Trucking? Is Trucking still kicking?
I think so, yeah.
It's still okay. So
He thinks so.
I think it's all under the umbrella of like
Sea
Motor
Trends.
Trend now, right? Like Motor Trend bought them all up.
yeah.
and
Got
they're
rid of them all.
Yeah,
Pushing bitches.
pushing it all digital.
When you researcher, what year did they actually cut the magazine Lowrider? I know it was a ways back, but
I bought them a couple years back.
Oh, yeah,
Like 18 or 19, I think,
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah, I don't.
maybe 17.
Just
Not
that.
very long.
I don't
yeah.
remember. Yeah. It's been long enough that I'm still sad.
I'm not
about it.
happy. Yeah. I miss it. It was nice to get that. I had a subscription as well. I can't really say I had many subscriptions, but Lowrider was definitely one of them.
Lowrider was the only subscription I had.
Maybe a handful, but that one in particular I remember. Trucking and stuff like that, I would always go by here and there.
Yeah.
Or mini trucking and stuff like that.
I remember
But I
going.
always look forward to my monthly, Lowrider and just having it. We want to flip through it.
Say it.
Yeah.
It's on the coffee table. Yeah, go ahead.
December of 19 was the last Lowrider.
Okay, so December 19th
Yeah.
was the last magazine.
Yeah. I remember going to Books A Million and just thumbing through.
That's
all the
literally
other
where I
ones,
found that they stopped carrying Lowrider magazine. I went there. I'm like, you know what I haven't had in a minute? I need to get a subscription and I need to go get a magazine. And this was a
Same
couple
thing.
years back.
We all went to Books A Million to get our hearts broken. It's a
Yeah.
damn shame.
Yeah.
Literally, I
all
went. It
places.
was literally like 2 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I got to get another one. And then I was like, ain't that some bullshit? Books A Million don't carry Lowrider anymore. And then you informed me like, no, bro, nobody does. They canceled the magazine. It's all online now. I'm like, that's bogus because I'm not an internet kind of person.
We know.
Stop
We
it! I
fucking
knew
know.
it. Let me point at you and say stop first.
Justin, you got it up still?
Or which one?
The Lowrider? The last Lowrider?
December
What
19th.
car was the last one that was a centerfold? Which was the last car?
Oh man. So you said. I bet you none of these kids anymore. You'd say the word centerfold, and they'll just look at you cross-eyed.
That's what I was going to point out.
I have.
too. Yep,
It's
the
all over my
centerfold.
garage. My
That's the
garage is
best
littered
part.
with years of Mini Truck magazine centerfolds all
And
all
not
everywhere.
just
like-
Lowrider, not just Lowrider, all the magazines out there. Like I grew up a musician, so like when we're grown-ups now, so we don't take the centerfolds and paste them all over our bedroom walls.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Maybe some of us still do.
We gotta say his garage is literally littered with those things still.
But I was a musician, so I always had Metallica posters and all the centerfold stuff and everything like that. Like, what do kids do these days if they don't have a centerfold to pull out of a magazine?
They're woke.
Yes.
That's sad.
That's-
sad. Centerfold's a big thing.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what car that was.
I don't know what it was.
The magazines brought so much, man. Like it was the advertising
Everything.
for all your local
Everything.
businesses. All the local shops.
Dude, the
Granted, it was
merchandise.
mainly out west. Yeah, the merchandising, all of it, man.
Badass
Local,
shirts you
small,
could get, all that. Yeah.
Up and coming. It was in your hands. It was tangible. Show dates, right? Products. It was a one-stop shop. You said that earlier. It was a good. That was good representation. It was exactly what it was. It was a one-stop shop for anything and everything revolving around that community. In this case, we're talking about lowriding. You wanted to look up street setups. Boom, right there. Wheels, right there.
Yeah, shit.
I mean,
that was back when you can get a set of 13s for $500.
oh man,
You can bring
my
that day back, please.
My
Please.
first set with tires. My first set with tires was $750.
Yeah.
Like I got wheels and tires, the whole nine came with two lead hammers,
Those were the
$750.
days. Those were the days.
But
I think that's exactly what mine cost for my old '85 Grand Marquis that I had. It was like $750.
is that the gang related car now?
The infamous.
Is that the car that's been
Mexico-
stolen 3 times and even the gangs
Mexico-
didn't want
The
it?
Mexico car. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's been beat in.
So official.
It's got
Beat in.
something in the doors or in the trunk or in the frame somewhere. It's staying where it's at.
Beat in and abandoned. But yeah, my thing was, anytime, day or night, you wanted to look something. Oh, what is that? You ain't got to get on your phone. You just go and you look for one thing. Next thing you know, you're there again, 20, 30 minutes. You're looking at the magazine, you're reading it, you're looking, clothing. They had everything.
But that's the thing. You said, you don't look at your phone. Back in the day, there wasn't no phones. Like, that's true. That was on the back of the toilet. That's true. I'd go in there. That's where I would.
And that was going to be my next comment. Like, not being weird, but yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because eventually you had stacks.
Yep.
Stacks.
Yeah.
And then you'd fill boxes.
Yeah, I miss it, man. I miss it. It's just, even though technically it's still out there in the digital platform, it's not the same.
It's not the same. It ain't out there in my opinion for me because I don't bother sitting on the internet wanting to thumb through an online magazine. I want to just flip a page and then boom, there's another feature. Boom, there's more products. Boom, there's more upcoming shows. Like, and then you just, it's all at your fingertips right there, but in a magazine. It's the syrup of it all. You don't have to go sitting there, flicking through the internet.
And also, the articles and stuff that they would write about, either people or types of cars or music, whatever. You would read more. It's so much harder to just have it on your phone and thumb. You'll read like 3 paragraphs and then you're like, okay, I'm done with this page. Let me go see what on. You'd move on.
Yeah.
But when you had a magazine, dude, you could sit there and read an article, and it would be like 6 pages worth.
It's captivating. It's part of the experience. The magazine. It's beautiful.
It kept you more engaged when it would have like longer stories about whatever they were talking about.
Right. I don't need Wi-Fi to look at what I want to see. Right then, right there. It's tangible.
Yeah.
I miss
magazines back. They
He
need
better. At least he knew it was Wi-Fi that he needed.
That's true. That's true.
Progress,
Kudos.
baby.
I'm learning. I'm growing up in this. I have no choice. I don't have damn magazines. At least I don't want to read.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
I'm surprised you haven't made a comment about me just looking at the pictures. Wide open. I haven't made anything on that one.
It's all good.
Shocking.
Trent's feeling nice tonight.
That was kind of a given, wasn't it?
That was a given, right? Yeah.
But what magazines are still out there, right? So I don't know.
There's a couple hot
Street
hot
Trucks
rod
is still out
magazines that I'll look at now and then.
there? Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Joe Ray and his new original Lowrider brand. See if they're going to make a magazine out of that.
He's the one who got rid of the print, didn't he?
It technically wasn't him. I mean, it's all Motor Trend, right? It's all corporate now.
He was the editor-in-chief for Lowrider?
Yeah. How long has he been editor-in-chief?
I don't know if he still is or not.
He's not anymore. Now he started his own thing.
What was his run? How long was his run?
Pretty good run.
20 years or so? Like he was in it for a minute.
I can tell you for sure, but it's been a hot minute.
Justin, you're up again. How long was Joe Ray the editor?
You're on deck.
Lowrider.
He's the new Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie, look this up. Awesome.
Yeah, I truly miss it. I would. Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever consider bringing it back. Have enough people complained other than us?
Oh, everybody complains. It's all you see online. Anytime Lowrider magazine, anything, the comment section, right? The internet's famous for the comment section.
They would blow up with sales. You understand that, right? The fucking minute I found out that coming back on the shelf, boom. 12-month subscription, 100%. Hands down. Well, 2-year subscription, I'd put it right in.
I searched Joe Ray, and according to that, it says final issue was actually March of 2020.
Okay.
But I guess they finalized it in December of 19.
So they axed it officially in December, but then printed it
already in
a couple months. Yeah, I got you.
And it just says 77 to.
God damn.
I think he was there the whole time.
Yeah, bro.
77.
He was. I knew we got it. I knew we got it.
You're looking at like 42 years.
I was way off on 2 decades there.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, he was in it for a long time. He was young when he got it. He was young, but he was active. Yeah. That's why. I think that was. I don't care who or how, but whoever made that call to drop the magazine like that, I think
that's all. It's all corporate bullshit for saving money because it costs zero to push it out via the internet, and where you have all your printing and buying paper and ink, all that shit. It's so much cheaper. It's all bottom line, bro. Everything's corporate now. It's all bottom line.
And of all things, I mean, most dudes with lowriders, I mean, they're not afraid to spend money. I mean, look at the cars in general. No, I know. Like if they came back, it'd be a hit. They'd have problems keeping up, in my opinion.
I think the best thing, like let's say you have a banger of a car, right? Your car is in the magazine. What do you do?
Yeah.
You put that bitch on display
That's it.
in your car.
You buy every copy you can.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
Like
Pass them out to friends,
You
shit
can
like
do-
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Unlock my phone
Family.
and set it on the fucking dash now. That's
Yeah.
my car and
I remember going to shows like that. You see the show, right? You
Tell
see a
people to Google you.
minute, yeah, and then I still wouldn't see you.
Yeah.
But man, that's any car that got features, mini trucks and all, they would lay that shit right on the dash.
Yeah.
Boom.
that was your
Even if it wasn't a
It's part of a
centerfold.
lot of their displays.
Yeah.
They'll make poster boards out of it, and make
yeah. They cut out the whole 5-page article and put it on display.
yeah.
That's better than a trophy. I mean,
It
a
is.
magazine? Shit.
100%.
National recognition? Are you kidding me? Hell yeah, that's way better. If I was in the background, and I've been in a few, in the background, and get the side of my head or a corner of my vehicle or some shit like that, I still bought magazines, but I was in there. I was
Yeah.
there.
Like my
When I played paintball, I was in several.
You were in several
I
magazines.
got a bunch of issues of the Paintball 2 Extreme magazine
yeah.
back in the day.
Like my Instagram, my 3 Wheel Willie page, it's steadily growing. It's got a pretty good little following going to it.
Where you at now?
I don't
80, 89? 89?
Yeah, somewhere in the 8,000s. But
One of them was Snoop Dogg like this shit. So I'm just saying.
Snoop like one of them.
Case in point, worth
a
it.
couple celebrities. So some football player, Willie McGinnis,
All right.
old football player, he liked one of my
Yeah,
pictures.
That's pretty bad.
Anyway,
But that's
I would
cool though. That's cool.
It's that's cool, and I like seeing how all these people appreciate my pictures. But man, if one of my pictures made it to a magazine, man, that'd be next level.
Because you got to have the eye for that kind of stuff. And honestly, I think wholeheartedly, I mean, your work is, if you haven't seen his work, please check out 3 Wheel Willie's, his photos. Outstanding. He's got a hell of an eye for it. I genuinely think if the magazine was pumping again, there's no way I don't know, because we're going out of states doing these shows now too. You're getting some serious coverage. I think you'd be in a magazine, no problem.
I know. When I went out there for to Arizona, in what was it, 2020, the first time I went out there. I know they used some of my pictures for their promotions.
Now, do they have to
Arizona
ask you
Show.
permission for that and stuff? Or?
No, they just tag me, which is super
Okay,
cool. So I
okay,
get to
yeah,
see
that's
that
awesome.
that they're
Puts
using
them out to everybody else. Like everybody who's looking on that page
Yeah.
is now
Yeah.
redirected to his page. So
And I've had a
And
couple.
that's enough for me. Yeah.
I've had a couple instances, like that, where people have shared my stuff and used it for their promotions, which is cool. It makes me feel good that it's appreciated.
You have to have an eye for that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes on some real shit. A lot of people pick up a camera and they just start snapping pictures, but you got to have the artist eye for that.
Yeah.
I've seen you do some weird setups, weird angles, and I don't really understand it sometimes. And I'll tell you what, like you got a couple of that 57. I'll bring that up again. That 57, you got a couple of that, bro. The angles you got on it was like, oof.
Yeah. Standing on
It
tippy
makes you look
toes,
at the car in a different light. What's ahead?
standing on tippy toes trying to do that
Right.
stuff.
But it literally displays. Even if I was there, I mean, I was, and but it displays it in a different light if you get it just right on camera, which you wouldn't even think makes sense.
That's cool, man. Yeah, getting one of my pictures in a magazine, man, that would be
Oof.
some next level stuff.
Yeah.
But there's none out there anymore to do it.
Can we start a petition? Can we contact Lowrider?
It sounds like that's all that really needs to happen is a petition needs to get started and
Something. Show the
Bring it
interest
back,
of
because-
the community. Something.
well, that's what you're saying. It's like everybody's doing that now. Like they're just tagging people's ats.
Yeah.
They've gotten away from the magazine to just the new form is to
It'll
just
never be the
have
same
a
though.
whole paragraph of at this, at that, at this. At
hashtag
that.
this, hashtag
Hashtag
that.
I don't want to have. I don't do that shit.
I gotta put 30 hashtags as the limit that Instagram will give you, just so to get your picture out to different areas where people are searching different things.
You're
know?
shitting
Right.
me.
No,
No,
that's
yeah.
how it works
That's
now.
how it
But
works.
that's
how it
what I'm
works.
saying. That's why they went away from the magazine rather than selling it like that. They're leaving it up to the people to create the viral whatever it is.
But I want to say the vast majority don't want that.
They're
I would
doing
have
it,
to
though.
say, well, they're participating because they don't have an option. There's no
Correct.
option. If there's an option, I think most people would opt for a fucking, not
I would
paper.
rather have a magazine, 100%.
wholeheartedly.
I have
I'll
to
pay the
agree.
money.
I think,
Even with inflation, I'll pay the money.
and I think who suffers the most is the business owners
Yeah.
who would buy the ad space in the magazines to put their business out there. Now you just got to, what do you got to do? Google a lowrider shop. Who sells this part? Who sells
They
that
still
part?
have.
And
I'm sure they
hopefully-
still have ads. Sold
Small and
on
large
the
businesses, up and coming businesses, all that. It's right there. And then again, even product availability. It was. I don't have to go searching for it
Yeah, it's right
on the
there.
internet. It's the next issue. I'm gonna just flip through all the pages because I'm one of those people, front to back, cover to cover. I'll read that stuff over time. You're gonna see everything, all the latest and greatest in equipment, clothing, deals, sales coming up, shows coming up.
Yeah.
It's again one-stop shop.
Now, what is the what's the subscription price for online? Does anybody know?
Oh God, I don't know.
know.
What was it? How about this? What was it when you were? What was the average subscription for?
It was $4.95 an episode, or a magazine. If you bought it, if you went to BAM, it was like $4.95 a magazine.
And then they had different subscription options. You could do
6 months,
1 or
a
2
year.
years.
You could do, yeah,
2
year.
years.
I did a 2-year.
It was
and
cheaper.
It was
like-
cheaper. It came out to like $18 or some shit for 2 years.
Yeah, that's like stupid. That's like
or maybe it wasn't that cheap.
No, it wasn't
might have
that
been-
cheap, but-
it might have been like $1 a mag.
yeah.
Might have been like $24.
I was gonna say I thought it was like in like $25 to
the 1 year
$28 for
Yeah, I think the
a
1
single
year was
for a
close
single
to,
year.
like $18,
Yeah.
and then the 2 year was like $24.
Okay. Yeah. So nothing. Like even if they bump that up, I mean on some real shit. If I signed up for 2 years, I'd pay $50. I wouldn't care. I'd pay $50 for
$50 for 2 years.
24 magazine. I'd absolutely.
Inflation. I
Yeah,
get
that's what I'm saying. Even with inflation, if it was double, I'd pay $50 for a 2-year subscription.
If it was still
I just
solid.
I-
Googled Lowrider magazine, and it's like at the bottom of the page before you can actually get to lowridermagazine.com. I was just going to try to see how what
I think
the
it's
subscription would be.
like the lowrider experience
Yeah.
or something like that. Or that might just be for the shows.
Who am I?
That's a
Who am I
different-
kidding? I'd pay
that's a
50 for
totally
1
different
year.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go that far. I'm good.
50 bones for 12 magazines, one every month. I'd pay $50.
The first thing that pops up is Motor Trend. Of
Yeah,
course.
'cause
You
it's-
type
Bro,
in
I pay
Lowrider magazine,
double that and a
Motor
tank of
Trend.
gas. I'll
Well,
pay
let me
$50
ask this.
for a
Let me ask
year.
this. Is Motor Trend themselves still producing a paper magazine?
Yes.
Of course they are. You sons of bitches.
Hot rod.
We're on to you now.
But I liked it, man. Like, and all the products, man. Like, whatever you needed. You needed wheels. You needed a setup. You needed parts. You needed cleaning supplies. Everything that you needed.
Didn't they have
to
on the
get.
back like readers' rides and stuff like that?
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Everything.
I forgot about that. Yeah, the last
Readers'
two pages were
rides,
readers'
man.
rides.
The
That's what I'm
amateurs,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, just send in a little picture of your shit with your little synopsis of your build. And
You imagine you getting that? That's right there. That's like recognition again.
I forgot all about that.
Oh
Mini
yeah, I
trucking
don't.
had the construction zone too.
Construction
Mini trucking had
zone.
construction
Yeah.
zone. Mini trucking was awesome. I like mini trucking a lot.
I didn't even know mini
That
truck.
didn't-
I thought
that didn't get
Lowrider
into
just did
me.
that. I didn't know mini trucking dipped out too.
Well,
I didn't get into
there's
Mini Truck
still
magazine too much.
a somewhat local magazine called East Coast Styles.
Okay.
They still have a print. Danielle's car made it in that magazine in
Right.
November of 2020.
How many magazines did you buy with a car in it? Did you buy any or no?
We bought one, and then they give you, for an extra. I don't know. I think it might have been free for buying the magazine. You get the digital copy as well.
Okay.
But they go to a lot of shows on the East Coast,
Right.
so they're still pushing it. But so they're trying. I think it's just there's not enough people buying them because they're lazy.
Yeah. I'm never going to go online and just aimlessly look for new products.
Yeah.
I'm just I'll see what I can just trip across. It's in a magazine. It's going to
Like
be the next page.
I met this guy when I went to Arizona in 2020. His name is Alan Hopper, and he has a company called Street Juice. Right, he makes cleaning products, detailing products.
What is Alan Hopper?
Alan Hopper, I believe is his name.
Hopper. Coincidentally enough, into low riding.
Right.
Right.
And I happened to meet this guy. We're staying in the same hotel. We got to talking, and he's a super cool guy. And I said, I'm gonna try your products. I tried one of his spray waxes first. It was great. I liked it. Tried his wheel cleaner, the one for gold wheels and chrome wheels. Shit's amazing.
So he's the one that is that was that called street
Juice.
Street Juice?
Street Juice. Right. It's great
think I
products.
actually
Great
have-
products. I haven't had any issues with products.
I may have
if-
one on my
I
shelf
can
right
on-
now.
I can only imagine the publicity that his business would get and how it would grow if it was in a paper magazine.
All day.
Look
All
how,
day.
Look how you had to find them.
Right. I stumbled across them.
Should I go look on my
Stumbling
shelf right now and see if I have one just to put it up
I
here?
think
I either have it there or at my house. Let me look. Hold on.
You might. The
No, we need
Pause the video here.
right. Yeah. All I got's crickets.
All I got is crickets.
But yeah, I mean it's
it's sad.
The magazine did so much more.
I wholeheartedly believe that they've had to have lost money in this situation, all across the board. Because if I went into Books A Million to get a Lowrider magazine, I don't just like Lowriders. Like I would always go in and be like, oh, Lowrider, ooh, a mini truck, and I would grab 2 or 3 magazines and
That's
haul ass. So
I had lowrider magazines, but I would also have like drum magazines and heavy metal magazines and others. You know,
guns. I got a lot of gun magazines.
that's what I'm saying.
Fishing. Like I would go in and I just wouldn't go in for the one.
Right, exactly. Even if you did go in for the one, you'd be like, ooh, I like that too. Ooh, I like that too. It's always
So that stuff
more
was
than
so
just
good,
one.
I took it home. That stuff was good enough. I took it home. That didn't even stay in the shop.
no, it's good stuff, man.
So what if it was the lack of people wanting their ads in the magazine that helped magazines fail? Because I'm looking at this digital copy, which is the same one they printed, and there's only like 4 ads in the whole thing.
Right. It's because ad space is expensive. You know.
But if they've got no ad space, you know, you'd think we could add a couple pages to the end.
They probably don't have a lot of ad space because their cost. Ad space just covers the cost, right? Let's get the stuff out. They don't have the printers. They don't have them to buy the paper. So their cost is
don't need the ads.
way down. Yeah, they don't need that income.
So make up with it and just and bump
No,
the
I'm saying
prices
this-
up on shit. Like I don't understand. Just
Digital
drop the
copy
magazine.
is supposed to be identical to the printed copy. It's like they just took pictures of it. It's not like it's all
Right.
one photo.
It's scanned. You're saying
Yeah.
it's scanned,
Right.
Yeah.
It looks scanned because how it's printed.
Could this be us just being grumpy old men, not wanting to change with the
No,
times?
no. I refuse because I'm looking at his phone right now and I'm looking at that shit that I've never done, and I would never
Don't
spend.
yell, I'm just posing a
You
question.
listen. You listen to me. I'm looking at his phone right now, and that looks fucking miserable.
Yeah, it looks.
You got
boring.
20 cars on a screen.
It looked like more.
You got to pick which one with my fat ass fingers, and you got to open it up,
Yeah.
get lost. Hell with that, man.
No, the paper magazine is the way to go.
I mean, look at that. There, it's a little bit. It's a picture this big.
Yeah, it's
30
ridiculous.
Cars. How much time and effort went into every single one of those itty bitty thumbnails, and it's like it's all lost because it's just on one little.
I ain't looking at that shit,
on
and I
an
never
itty-bitty
will.
Screen.
It's not a spiteful action. It's just as an undesired action.
Sounds a
I'm
lot
not
like a
gonna-
grumpy old man, like Harold just said.
Shut up!
I can hear all the comments. Okay, boomer.
Yeah. Okay. But
Shut up, Willie! Fuck it. I'll own it. I don't care.
Don't
I'm
let
on
a
my
grumpy old
I'm
man
on
wear
my
the
way.
same
Fuck it. I'm on my way to my 40s. I don't care. I think it's stupid that we don't have a magazine like that.
Listen, I agree with you.
And how long was it out? How long was Lowrider magazine out?
A long time.
All right, Justin, you on? Yeah.
He's on it.
I already did that.
No. You find out when it ended.
77 or something.
it's almost turning into an echo chamber. I think we all agree
Huh?
here. They need to bring it back.
From
I don't know.
when did it
I don't
start?
think they will.
77.
77 to 2020.
Joe Ray was there from the onset.
It's the only
Wow.
one listed under editor in chief.
Holy shit! I did not know that. I did not know that at all.
Bro, that's 40 plus years. 40 plus years of a fucking magazine. You want to tell me people just lost interest? No.
Times changed.
Times change, right? But that
Kids-
doesn't mean you have to change everything.
So when
you
you're
know,
when you're
about it.
selling anything, you're looking for a certain demographic, right? Yeah. If you have a product in mind, you know who you're going to sell it to.
Yeah.
Older people like us are probably not the demographic, although we are the demographic. Like we're the guys building the cars and all this shit. They want the younger crowd, and the younger crowd is glued.
Us and the
to
ones
their
before
phones.
us are the ones that originated it. Do you think they really give a shit about online magazines?
I blame the Fast and Furious franchise.
What the hell does Paul Walker have to do with this? Rest in peace.
Because everybody was all about building mini trucks and lowriders and cool cars
Yep.
until that movie came out.
Wait. You gatekeeper right there. Cool and cool cars. So
Cool
what are you
cars.
saying? So what are you saying now? You saying imports aren't cool?
I'm saying no. I'm not saying that at all.
Exactly what you said.
I'm
That
not
sounded
saying that at
hateful.
all.
Did that sound hateful?
Very.
No,
saying-
I agree with him on this.
I'm saying that when that movie came out,
I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
the focus shifted.
From every other genre to import.
Yeah. No, listen, it
No.
was hot. It was hot.
Obama did a lot to kill the lowrider scene with that cash for
Cash
clunkers.
for 100. I agree with you.
Oh, wow, I forgot all about that shit.
A lot of
us
nice
at
cars. A lot of nice cars got crushed.
Now motherfuckers just asking cash for clunkers. For real. Asking some heavy money for some trash. We'll get into that's another episode in
the
itself.
supply went down, bro.
That's another episode in itself. Some of these prices, some of these shit boxes that motherfuckers want.
The donk tax.
Jesus, 3/4 of a car, and they're asking for like show prices, and we're talking 3/4 of a project.
Inflation, baby.
So that could be another reason that it all shifted to tuners.
Maybe that's why I'm grumpy.
But tuners aren't cheap either, man. I mean,
I get it.
Nothing.
But if
Now.
the price of a Honda Civic back in the day went from $500 to $5,000.
And 3 jokes to follow it. Now everybody wants. Now everybody's at them, dude.
Yeah, because everybody,
Acuras and Civics.
everybody thought they could put a turbo on their 16-second sedan, and all of a sudden it's a race car.
There were entire clubs that had an exhaust and an air intake.
That's it.
That was the fuck it, bro.
That was the fucking
and a painted valve cover.
right. And wait, the one with the money.
Those were the real fancy motherfuckers.
The ones with the real money had a set of wheels. That was real money.
Coil
Real
up.
money.
I mean, it's
Coil what? Torch, bitch.
That's-
Coil what?
I am glad to see that the tie straps went away. Remember when everything was like tie
Yeah.
strapped everywhere? The zip ties.
oh, no, that's
The
still
zip
that's still
ties.
happening.
No, I haven't seen it like.
At an alarming rate.
The drifter guys are they zip tie everything.
Oh my god! Like not.
Some
like
of them are even doing it just for a look. They'll be
Yeah.
breaking shit just so they can sew it back
try
together.
to make it look like stitches.
yeah.
Oh.
It's like, no, it's
like removing the lower fascia and
Yeah.
have the radiator hanging out, zip tied or tie strapped, whatever.
oh man, that's a
man.
whole
See,
other
we're-
episode.
Yeah,
dude.
we're tangenting off on another topic here.
Let's keep it on topic.
But,
We're all about the magazine.
Okay, so bringing it back, you said that's when it shifted was when Fast and the Furious.
In my opinion, that's when.
Just some gatekeeping bullshit.
No. Listen, if you want to build an import, more power to you, buddy. I'm not going to build one, but
Oh, we knew.
My fat ass won't fit in a Honda Civic. Are you kidding? Actually, we'll put the picture up of me in that
Sedan,
the
maybe you
Mazda
get it.
Miata. Did you ever see that shit?
No.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, yeah.
The what?
we're going to put that picture right there.
We went to. I took the boys up to Tampa a couple years back for they have the new car show every year.
Okay.
And there was a brand new Mazda Miata in there, and Peyton's like, I dare you to sit in that car.
Why in the hell would
And I
you
did.
take that dare?
Bro, they almost had to call the fire truck to cut me out of that motherfucker. I was wedged in there, dude.
Let's make some things known here. Trent is how tall are you? 6 what?
6'3".
6'3", weighing a stout 2 what?
No,
We'll go with 2. 2 something.
2 is my left leg and my right nut.
2 something.
2 what?
I'm around 3 right now, son.
God, you a big human being.
Yeah.
Round 3. God, that's a lot. I'd hate to get fucking mollywopped by you.
you
Just
did say
full-
Miata, right?
Yeah. I'll pull it out.
No, he didn't say Miata. He said Miata.
As soon as we cut off here, I'll put it up and I'll send it to Will so we can put it up here.
That's great.
Bro, I was
wanna see
stuck in that bitch. Stuck.
Oh, man.
Well, we got a Dean here and a cappuccino.
Oh, I forgot
That's
about that.
true.
Bro, that
That's
was some
true.
bullshit.
You got a picture of that?
He's got a
Somebody's
picture.
gotta have
We'll
a
have to
picture
we'll
of
have to just get a picture of a
Somebody's got it.
cappuccino.
If we can find a picture of that, we'll put it.
I'm
there.
6 foot.
Looking like Donkey Kong in fucking
Bro.
Mario Kart.
I look like Bowser in fucking Mario Kart, just in the center, looking thick. It was bad. That thing, seriously. I'm 6 foot, 250, and getting into that was difficult. Getting out was a joke. I had to drop my knees under the steering wheel and crawl out, and drop to basically one knee on the pavement just to get out
Did
of
you have
that
to take
thing.
the T-top off for you to get out?
Oh yeah, he actually almost did take the T-top off for me to get out. It's bad. It was a bad day. Bad day.
It was a funny
Because
day.
you had a bad day.
Yeah, I miss magazines wholeheartedly, man. I really wish they would
agree.
reconsider that.
Centerfolds. That's the reason they need to bring them magazines back,
100%.
if you ask me.
I'm all for that. Just send me a centerfold every week. I don't give a fuck. An article about a
Yep.
car with the centerfold.
Yeah.
That's it. Perfect.
Well, let us know in the comments what you think about magazine versus digital. Let us know where you stand. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.